Hey, welcome everyone in the fourth episode of this learning series. So in the last episode, we understood, um, we went through the setup file where we are like we where we understood how to write a code to load the models and how to test the models, the Gemini models via Vertex AI. In this episode, in this the video, we will understand how to test the upload of invoice and the extraction of data from the invoice on local without spinning up the server. Um, so we'll we'll go to this upload extract Python file. This file has different methods, like different handlers. So in this file, as we everyone knows, we are using Vertex here, so we'll import those dependency and then we'll import the Google Cloud libraries as well. Now let's go. Um, these are like environment variables that we fetched last time as well. ID, location, and bucket name. That bucket name will be used to store the invoice data. We initialize the Vertex CI. Now let's jump into the main function. First, there are some validation handlers that validation checks that we wrote. Um, and then first we'll create the bucket. So let's go to this method. So in the create bucket API, we will create a client for the Google Cloud Storage for with our project ID. So the the Google Cloud Storage client will work on our project. Um, then what we will do is we will basically once the client is created, we will go and create a bucket inside that client. So first, if the bucket is available, that's fine. If the bucket is not available, it will generate an exception and we'll catch the exception and we will create the bucket, the standard bucket at this with all the complex that this project ID location and in this region and the bucket name uh, that we will configure here in the in the environment variable. So bucket creation is done. So we did create bucket. If we haven't created bucket, then the validation check will fail and it will return from there. Now this is an invoice path and this is like the sample placeholder link. But we can definitely, let's say this is a sample path, but if this path doesn't exist, we ask user here to enter the path and from user we'll take the path and then we will compute. So now once we take the invoice from the user, we will upload it to Google Cloud Platform. So we have another method, upload to GCS. And now this method, uh, we already created a bucket. So it will go to that bucket. In that bucket, it will create this file path. And in that file path, um, whatever the file name we have given in our path, it will create that file path under the invoices folder structure in a binary large object language, which is which will be like a unstructured bucket dump like that. That will just store in a format of in a non-structural format, um, which is not basically in a particular like SQL or non-SQL format. So then we upload this file to that bucket and the upload is done. Now the next step is we uploaded that into our bucket and now our actual now we'll do the extract invoice data. Now in this method, first of all, we are using these three models and we can use any of this model. So what we will do, we will create a structured prompt. Uh, this prompt is like analyze this invoice image, extract the following information in JSON format, and return only validation And this is like the structure that we gave in the prompt to the Gemini model. And once we give this model and we call the model Gemini model standard content API via Vertex AI, and we'll pass this prompt and invoice file, and it will give us a response. We will basically parse the response, the JSON response, and we'll parse it, and properly we'll format the response for the UI in a very human readable format, and that's how we prepare our data for the response. And once we have invoice data, um, we will basically dump that data into JSON again, because it's now in a very good format, and we'll save it. We will save it. So that's how this file works. Let's try to run this file. So I will go to this and Python 02 upload extract.py, and this file first try to look for the default path, but the default path will not be available, so we'll put our own path. And when I click here and say copy path, and if I open my terminal, that is my path. So it will create this file in in our it will basically store this file in our bucket in our under our project ID. So it's uploading into our bucket. The upload is complete. And now it's extracting the data, basically generating the prompt and giving that prompt to Gemini model. And the data, extracted data is like this. All the relevant details regarding the invoice date, vendor name, total amount, different line items, everything is now here in a JSON format, and it will be stored on our shell. So this is how we test our invoice data extraction methods on local without spinning up the server. In the next video, we will actually spin up our server, and we will use our UI like a user, and we'll upload our file on the user, and we do the actual extraction in the next video.